The opinions expressed on this program is not necessarily those of the Emily Pearl Show, its sister stations, its affiliates, or its sponsors, but it is those of the individuals themselves who express it. While the Emily Pearl Show does take stances on individual issues, the show itself remains an entertainment platform. Free thought is a philosophy and not a policy.
Well, hello everyone. Welcome to Pearl's Politics TV with Emily Pearls, your host. I'm bringing in my co-host for tonight. Happy to see everybody. Thank you for being with us tonight. We've got Tim Harrington coming out of the studio, green room, and we got Jenny here coming out of the green room. Hey, Jenny, Tim, what's the word? Thunderbird?
Hey.
My doggy got the word going on with her big old bone. You know, they buy these bones. I bought those bones at the Hollywood feed store about a month ago.
Yeah.
And the bone is as big as a dire wolf's leg with feet. And
Okay.
I don't know. I really would like to know where they get those bones from. You know, are they really dog legs? You know what I'm saying? And normally she's quiet. When
Yeah.
we go to break, I'll give her a treat to chew on and get her quiet because we got some big business to talk tonight. All right.
All
All
right.
right.
Okay.
All right.
So, how you doing, Tim? What you been up to?
Oh, doing pretty well today. Just kind of took it easy, didn't do too much strenuous. I had a strenuous day yesterday, so I said I was going to take it easy today.
You got your
That's about it.
tags yesterday, right?
Yeah, yeah. Finally.
Yeah, finally. All right, Jen, what you been up to, girl?
Oh, busy, busy, busy. I've been
Yeah, I see you got your new email setting up your new business. That's great.
yeah, I've been doing a lot of stuff at the house because we have a runaway.
Hello there, Dr. Carnita Atwater from Memphis, Tennessee. Thank you so much, my friend, for joining me. Please share the show. We're going to be talking about the left and the right tonight. We always do. We keep it fair. We just don't go one-sided, all right? Okay, then. So looks like my baby dog has settled down and she's nosing around something else. Who's going to start us off tonight? I guess it'll be me.
Yeah.
All right, I got some breaking news for you.
Okay.
Texas Governor Abbott, like the physicist, what is it? Pharmaceutical company Abbott,
Uh-huh.
ABBOTT, Governor of Texas, has found a new city to send the immigrants to.
Is that right?
Yeah, I see the pictures every day of them crossing the border and getting off the bus. They waving thumbs up. They say
uh,
that, and you can read their lips. They saying, "Thank you, President Biden."
mm,
Well, I thought I would do a little investigation
okay.
because I worked for Department of Human Services. Y'all know from the state of Tennessee. That's where I retired from. But I'm just gonna share a little information with y'all. There are not many cities that are sanctuary cities, but this is where Governor Abbott is sending the immigrants that's coming in to. I'm gonna see if I can enlarge this list, but I'm trying to see if I can enlarge it enough where y'all can make out the writing. Okay, let's see. One more time. Okay, still can't out. So what I'm gonna do, let me go into settings up here. Okay, I'm gonna try to work it. Hold on just a minute. Give me a minute. All right. These are the sanctuary states that we have. We have Colorado, Connecticut, Illinois, Massachusetts, New Jersey, New Mexico, and you know, I really kind of forgot that New Mexico was a United States state. But yeah, New Mexico is United States. We got New York, we got Oregon, Vermont, and Washington. Well, he had been for the past 2 months been sending them only to New York and Washington. So this morning he sent his first bus load, several bus loads. I forgot the number, how many it was, but it was over 100, I'm pretty sure. That to Chicago, Illinois. These are cities. There's a lot of cities in California, as you can see. In Colorado, in Connecticut, only 2 cities. Georgia, Iowa. I'm in the sanctuary cities in Iowa. Illinois only has 2. Chicago only cook. Okay. This map of all of the cities and states, as you can see. And I'm trying to see what are the codes. Okay. The yellow ones are the counties. Yellow ones are counties, red ones are cities, and green is the state. Okay. So as we can see, that's a lot of places that he's going to send these immigrants because he says that it's a crisis at the border. Well, you know, everybody's kind of complaining about that. But when you are a sanctuary city, you agree to take in the immigrants from all over the world with open arms, right? And added to there was over in this month. Well, this is a new month, September. Happy September, everybody. But all of August, there was a total of 150 different countries of immigrants coming in across the border now because it's open. And get this, now there were 14 that came in from Afghanistan today. All the way from Afghanistan. Now we know recently that the United States pulled out of the war in Afghanistan and that the Taliban runs Afghanistan now.
Yes,
the
correct.
Taliban.
Mm-hmm.
And the Taliban are connected to terrorists of all segments, you know?
Yes.
So that means
Yes.
that now you got a possible, I don't know, but now you got a possible 14 terrorists
Yeah.
from Afghanistan.
Yeah. And my thing about that is nobody's being vetted. You know what I mean? You could.
Not only that, they're not even receiving COVID shots,
Yeah.
vaccines, or monkeypox vaccines.
There's a lot that come with that. I don't like that he went that route with that. I really didn't like that.
Oh, but now,
Well, what do you think? What do you think about it, Jen?
well, number one, who wants to take those? You know what? These. Okay, nobody wants to commit. Harry Carey. And number two, I don't have a problem with people coming here as long as they come here legally. Number three, Scorpio's now trying to get funding to finish the fence, the wall fence, whatever you want to call it, that Leo started, saying he should have finished it.
That's Governor Abbott. Point exactly. Since the White House wasn't doing anything, he says, "Well, I'm going to send all of these immigrants." He said, "Because we are overrun, and I'm going to send them to the sanctuary cities."
Well,
I don't see anything wrong with that. I don't see anything wrong with him sending them to these cities, because if you are not a sanctuary city, you're not supposed to be complaining about immigrants coming to your city or your town, right?
If there's sanctuary cities being built, they need to be built south of the border, not here. We have already let millions of people in here illegally. Yes. Okay, no, we didn't. We didn't do that. Scorpio did that. Okay, yes. Trying to ruin everything.
Well, I just told you the list. Some of the cities are way away from the border. Chicago is about as far as you can get from the border.
He is flying them to every state he can get them in, even Florida, New York, you name it. He's sending them there. They're flying them, giving them high rate.
It's the Biden administration that was flying them, and I'm gonna say that because that was true. I will say that name. Because that was a fact that they were flying them back to their deportation.
from the information I got.
Governor Abbott is, but Governor Abbott is putting them on the buses, sending them to the sanctuary cities.
Abbott's working for
And
Scorpio, okay? I mean, really.
they're
Sit
Scorpio.
there and cry like a
Uh,
baby, but he's the one that whipped his own butt. Sorry,
well, the thing of it is, I'm liking Governor Abbott's
I don't.
strategy.
I don't.
I do. And the reason why I do is because this will force the White House to finish the wall and to do something about all of the illegal immigrants coming in. Because, see, the Democrats do not want the immigrants in their cities, they do not want them in their towns. And so you said a few seconds ago that you had heard that Scorpio was trying to get some funding to finish the wall.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
Well, he's turned around on everything he said. You know, for me, he's a resident, not the he. Okay, sorry. He's not real. He's standing there for a purpose, reading a script. Okay, and y'all are fixing to find out all about that here very soon. Trust me, it's all coming out. The truth is coming out about everything, about the kill shots, the stolen everything, the fake C, the whole thing was a show.
Well, Dr. Fauci has resigned. Did
He
y'all
hasn't
hear about
resigned.
that?
He's on
Say
his
again.
way to get Opiate and already got there. Sorry.
Well, hey, Paul
What's up,
from
Paul?
Canada.
What's going on, Paul?
And hi, Teddy
What's
Rooster.
up, Teddy?
King of Rock and Crow. How are you tonight? Good to see you. Paul says, Paul from Canada says, did Scorpio condemn the fence when Leo had it built? Of course.
Yeah. He was
They
totally
did.
against it.
They did.
And I see
They did.
you said that was Dr. Atwater? Are you a doctor?
No, that was Paul. Yeah, Dr. Carnita
She's a
Atwater
doctor? Cool.
is a friend of mine.
Okay.
Not a medical doctor.
Okay.
A educational
An
doctor.
education. Okay. Like,
Right.
hmm
okay, cool.
Yeah, she's a friend. She's a friend of mine, and so Paul from Canada, you are so right about that. And a lot of people had a problem with the wall. I never had a problem with the
I
wall
didn't either.
because I felt that we needed some type of legal system. Because if you have the border closed, then it means they only can come in one way, and that would be through the legal way, through one entrance, right?
Mm-hmm.
We were talking about something else, but we said one way in. Oh, that's gonna be on Tim's. Oh no, you and I, we were talking about the Mud Island
Right.
residents. They only got one way in, one way
Right.
out. Well, that's the way it would have been had our border got secure.
Yeah.
That I only had one way in and one way out, which means that we could have gotten people vetted.
Yeah.
Teddy Wilson, Rock and Crow says, what about the Supreme Court recognizing that the job is a fraud?
Jab.
The jab? I don't know if you mean jab or job.
Yeah, he's
This
talking about
past week,
the beat.
it announced that that crimes against humanity charges have been served towards people like Soros, BlackRock, Bill Gates, all of these big wigs that's been running everything, Fauci, all of them. They've all been charged with crimes against humanity. And in that list of
Really?
is the farce of a lockdown for the world.
I missed that. I missed that breaking news flash.
The farce of putting us all under lockdown. The farce of what they did to do that. The farce of they put us in lockdown, number one, to steal the E in 2020. Okay. But what they didn't understand was that we'll say white hats knew that was coming. So it turned into a sting operation. They had everything tracked. Everything was tracked. And that's what the evidence is that's going to go to court one day. Okay. If the Supreme Court will get off its little red wagon and start doing its job. Okay. Okay.
So the thing about it is, it's just so many court cases going on right now
Now,
that
this is about the
I'm
country,
losing track.
and they will, if they will do their job, they've already been served, you know, all the stuff they needed to say yes, let's bring it to court. They've been done that since it happened. Okay. And they kept
Well,
bringing it down.
as long as Scorpio is in, it's not gonna get to court,
Well, he's
right?
not in. That's just it. All of this is a pantomime. It is a show. It's to wake the rest of the people up. Okay. All of it is a show. And people were scammed all over the world. It's not just here in the US. People are suffering all over the world because of what they did to us. People who own the world. People who had all the money at the top. There was five, there was seven of them, then there was five, then there was three, and I think now there's maybe one, but I doubt it. I believe that one's gone too. But they've been taking them out. They've been, you know, arresting them, convicting them, and executing them. And we will all.
Now wait a minute, Jim.
Well,
I'm pretty sure an execution would have been on the news.
no, nothing's on the news. None of this is on the news. That's what I keep telling you. Mainstream media is lying to everybody. Everybody.
So where are you getting the proof that they've been executed?
Because I'm listening to real people doing real reporting. These people on TV, mainstream media, are reading a script that they got from a blue pill way up high. Okay, who owns it all?
I would like to see some pictures.
He owns all the stations. He owns all the manufacturers.
But I would like to see that writing of wherever it is you're getting it from.
Well, if you again see my truth page, because if I put it on this show, you will cut off. Your show will say bye-bye. Okay?
Oh, really?
Yes,
okay.
ma'am.
Okay.
That's why I keep telling people to go to the truth on Messenger. Okay.
All right.
And we
I'm gonna catch up. I'm gonna catch up on your posts.
We still get censored, but not like I would if I said it on here.
Well, Paul from Canada. Paul from Canada. I did catch your little messenger clip about the robotic cops.
Oh, that was scary. Oh, that was freaking terrifying. Oh
no, I've seen it before in a futuristic movie.
Yeah,
Teddy Rooster agrees with you. Teddy Rooster, the king of rock and roll, agrees with you, Jenny.
Thank you, Teddy.
But I like to look at both sides. I just can't listen. I can't be on one side person.
Well,
and that's why I like having you on here with your point of view, man with my point of view, and Tim with his point of view. Because that's what makes politics so much fun and interesting to me.
Well,
because if everybody had the same view, we'd be in a pitiful shape.
Well, tell you the truth.
I mean, just think about it.
I know.
If everybody in this country had the same view on politics, we would be what? We would be either a dictatorship country or a communistic country.
Well,
because that's how you get brainwashed into that type of society.
Well, for many years now, politics has been used as a tool for deep state people, bad people, evildoer people, to enslave everybody and steal everything they had. They want you to own nothing and be happy.
I wouldn't agree. I mean, I wouldn't disagree with that.
They want you to own nothing.
Politics has been dirty ever since 1776, as far as that's concerned, Jenny. So in 1776, there was no such thing as a deep state.
And that's what I'm part of, is going back to 1776, because everything from
dirty ever since
everything from
do you think Abraham Lincoln freed the slaves because he was just nice? No, ma'am. He freed the slaves because it was a political move for him. He didn't give a 2 cents about the slaves, nor did Jefferson, nor did Washington. No, they didn't, because they had slaves of their own.
Yeah, and
you see what I'm saying?
They went along.
It was a politics. It was all politics.
Okay.
Read your history. It was all politics.
I read my history.
I have read
this. See, I went beyond.
I studied that. I studied history, African American history, all kinds of history. History was my minor in college. As a graduate student, And I'm telling you, it was politics. It was a political move. Why do you think that he was attempted, assassination was attempted on his life? Can you explain it? I mean, I would just like to ask you, why
Let me
was
see
an
if I can word it.
assassination?
Let me see if I can word it to where you won't get
Okay,
cut. Oh,
okay.
my baby won't leave me alone.
No. I'm not upset. I mean, I'm debating. I never
No.
get upset when I'm
Hey,
debating.
I love healthy debate. You know me. Okay.
Me too. Yeah.
Okay. Let me ask you this, just out of curiosity.
Uh-huh.
This is just a curious question.
No. Don't ask me nothing till you answer my question.
Say hi to everybody, Sylvie. This is Sylvie, everybody.
Hi, Sylvie.
All
Meow,
right.
meow.
Okay.
Don't ask me a question.
What is?
Look.
Why do you?
No. We ain't not finna play that game. You're not gonna answer my question by asking me.
Well,
one.
I have to
Answer my question
Okay.
first. No.
People have a reason. They believe they know why JFK was assassinated.
No. I'm talking about Lincoln.
I'm telling you. Wait, that's part of this. People believe they know
Okay.
why JFK was assassinated. Okay. People in mainstream media do not, or they do and lied about it. Okay. Abraham Lincoln was. That wasn't just a slavery issue, right? He was trying to do things the right way, and bad people didn't want him to. That's why he was shot, assassinated. Okay. And it's the same thing with JFK. Everybody thinks it was the Cuban crisis. No, had nothing to do with that. That was all about.
Yeah,
That was.
that's what I just said. It was a political move. That's why he was
It
assassinated,
was
because he
all about
did.
trying to do things back to 1776 instead of 1876. Everything kept moving
But
towards. Wait, new things were signed in 1876. Okay.
that's true.
Okay. Those things are illegal and not right. And they've been signing in laws ever since that are not legal and not right to take everything
Well,
from.
of course.
Huh?
I said, of course they have. I agree.
Well, if you want to get down to the nitty gritty of it, every law signed since 1876 is illegal. Okay. Whether it was good or bad, it was not signed under the direct Constitution of the United States. Okay. Yeah. They changed things in 1876. Okay.
Well, if you want to know the truth about it, for me, the Constitution was not designed for diversity, people of color,
It wasn't.
at all.
No. See, and
At all.
I'm sorry, we're talking about skin. Really.
Talking about what?
Your blood is as red as mine. Okay. We're talking about skin.
But I'm just saying, you were talking about the Constitution.
Long millions of
That's
years
what I'm
ago.
saying. But I get tired of people using the Constitution to back up their argument.
Well,
because the
Constitution
did not
represents
cover. Wait.
freedom from Britain.
The Constitution did not cover every man at that time.
Yeah.
It did not.
Just come on and speak the
It
truth.
did not say white man or black man either, did it? It said man.
It said
3/5 of a man.
It said man. It did not say black man or white man.
That's true. I agree.
All right. Now, bad people have been creating isms, racism, religion, all these isms, okay? All of these things to divide and cause chaos between the people to get them fighting amongst each other. So these other guys in the politics, okay, bad people, using that as a tool to get control of us. Now,
that's true. I agree.
Now,
I agree with
something
you.
that's very little known, and y'all will find out the truth very soon. Everybody will. Some people already know. 9/11. 9/11 was supposed to be the day, 2001. Okay. My daughter was 2 months old.
Okay. Everybody remember what they were doing on 9/11.
Everybody knows what they were doing. Well, I knew something was wrong, but at the time, I was taking care of a newborn. I didn't have a voice, I was 38, just turned 38, and and dealing with
Yeah.
being a single mom again. Well, I knew something was wrong, and I didn't really peg on it, but you know, I told somebody I knew something was wrong. Okay, that person still remembers me saying that, and I'm like, that don't look right. Well, I was right. That was CG, computer graphics. Okay, a plane did not hit that building, and it did not get hit by what is it? Hussein? What they say who done it? What was his name? The Iranian?
I don't know. You telling me the story.
No, the news and mainstream media blamed it all on
No,
somebody
you
else's
telling me
feet.
the story.
Blamed it on
I'm letting you
somebody.
talk.
Bin
Wait a
Laden.
minute. Huh?
Bin Laden.
Yeah, there you go. Everybody blamed it on him. Okay,
No, it was not Bin Laden. That's incorrect. It was Saddam Hussein.
and
You're
it wasn't
correct.
him either.
You all right.
It was Saddam
Guess who it
Hussein.
was?
And what a lot of people don't know is that Saddam Hussein was right there in Washington D.C. when it
He
happened.
was.
Guess who?
They put him on a jet and flew him back to
He was
Iraq
the
really
only.
fast.
He was the only jet. Him and his family was the only jet that flew out. Sure did.
That's exactly
And
right.
if you
Trust
look
me.
at the history between Bush and them, they go way back.
Wait a minute.
They go way back.
That's
Bush's
where I'm
daddy.
going. Look, these those buildings were hazed. Okay, and I knew that when it
Mary
happened.
said she was a new mom too,
Yeah.
Jen,
Two
Well,
months.
9/11.
those
Mary,
buildings were hazed, and it was done by the current president at the time, and I can't say his name or you will get cut off this page. Who was the president at the time?
I already know.
I know.
And it was a Republican president.
Well, he just said him. Tim just said it.
It was a Republican. It was a Republican president. I said it because I was watching it live. I was working for St. Jude at the time. I was a Mathathon representative, and I was getting ready for work. And my husband at that time, he said, "Baby, come and look at this." I said, "What?" I said, "I got to go to work," and so I went in the bedroom, was looking at the TV. I say, "What in the world?" And so then they did. Kept watching it. I kept watching it. Kept watching it. I saw the first plane flying there. Then I kept watching it and kept watching it, and I saw the second plane. Now, to me, they looked like planes because they was too far away. But in my estimation or my guesstimation at the time, I told my husband, I said, those are bombers. I said, they can't be no plane to tear up a building like that, you know? And so we kept watching it. I had to call in for work. I said, because I got to watch this. And I told, and just before the building fell, because, I do have premonitions, I told my husband, I said, those buildings are going to fall to the ground. He said, baby, no, they ain't. Them buildings built up with steel and concrete. He said, they just going to have to get up there and put the fire on. The buildings ain't going to fall. I said, baby, those buildings are going to fall, collapse. He said, we kept arguing about that back and back, because men always think they know everything.
It was blue.
Now he telling me
Blew up
about
on the ground.
yeah.
On the ground.
Y'all are such guys.
No. It was in the top. He telling me all about the kind of concrete, about the kind of steel, about the structure. Telling me, I said, baby, those buildings are gonna fall down. And about 2 minutes after I said that, and the buildings all came down, my husband looked like that. I said, didn't I tell you those buildings was gonna fall? I said, that is so pitiful. But yeah, I can tell you what I saw from my eyewitness from watching on the TV.
Yeah, I saw it.
Now, to me, Jan, that could not have been a simulation. Now, the replays out years after are hazed over because the film footage is so old.
No.
You have to realize that back then they didn't have very good cameras like we have now. 1080 PD, 1080 HD. We did not have HD. We didn't have 4000K.
Yes, we did.
No, we didn't.
Yes, we did. It was hidden.
No, they didn't.
Okay.
It was just been out because I was doing cable at the time, so it wasn't all the way out there yet. It was
I'm
in the
sorry.
process.
Okay, okay, hold on, Jen. Let Tim talk. Some.
Yeah, it was in the process. At that particular time, I was working for the cable company in Norfolk, Virginia, and we were just starting the process of turning from analog to digital. So everyone wasn't digital yet. It was analog.
That's right. It was analog.
In public.
Exactly right, Jen.
In public.
What do you mean public?
To the public. Okay, look. There's a whole bunch that's fixing to come out.
Okay, so
I've been doing
Teddy Rooster says, yeah, it was a calculated explosion. He said there were no witnesses about planes. All right, so
That's an all nice subject, right?
Okay, so let me finish.
That's an all nice subject.
I'm trying to tell you because I've seen
all right, so
look,
we're gonna stop talking about the planes, the trains, and automobiles.
Yeah.
And now we're gonna take a break because Tim has a segment and you got a segment and you still gotta get to Jenny, right? All right, so let's take a break. We'll be right back. Don't y'all go away. Stick and stay to this breaking news of Pearl's Politics tonight. All right. We'll be right back. Start this year with a beautiful smile. Do you cover your mouth with your hand to talk? Do you look down or up in order to smile? If you answer yes, then you need to see Dr. Corey. 901-300-4800. Remember, a smile is the prettiest thing you'll ever wear. So invest in yourself today. Call Dr. Corey now. 901-300-4800. Dental Expressions, PLLC, 3704 Summer Avenue, Memphis, Tennessee, 38122. 901-300-4800. Dental Expression, a proud sponsor of the Emily Pearl Show. All right, we are back. I just love that commercial because I produced it and I also produced the music track. And I had the software, I don't know where, it was on different laptop, so I lost that software. But there are only 3 instruments playing, and it's a Hammond B3 organ, a guitar, and drums. Just 3 instruments.
That was a good job.
And I mixed those together, had the little tune in my head, you know, and I made that. But I still have the audio, but that software, I wish I could find that software again. I bet it don't even exist. I bet it don't even exist anymore because I made that in like 2016.
Yeah, that's probably.
And then on top of that, it was free. And then on top of that, if it does exist, it probably costs a fortune by now. I wouldn't be able to buy
probably
it.
So.
All right, Tim,
Yes.
It's time for your
All
Tell
right,
me.
look,
Let's get
mine is
going.
gonna be short and sweet. I just wanted to touch on a couple of things that was going on around the world.
All
Texas,
right.
the cities are in fear of running out of water. They are experiencing the driest period in history that they've ever
The
had.
drought. Yeah.
Oh, and Mississippi, Jackson, Mississippi, they're out of water. They are uh, handing out bottled waters. They have several water stations that will be open until further notice. And of course, the biggest flooding is in Pakistan. The flooding rate, they're saying, is raising questions about who should pay for the catastrophic climate impact.
I did see that they had a flood.
Yeah,
What they mean?
Pakistan.
Who should pay?
All the dark hats. That's who should pay for it because that's who's doing it.
I don't know, but I
Weather
do know that
warfare.
act is kind of biblical, isn't
Weather,
it?
What do you mean?
weather
How do they
warfare.
do it?
And a lot of the floods are cleaning out underground tunnels. It's all over the world.
Is
Y'all
that
don't
right?
believe that, do you? Underground
What are they?
tunnels.
What are they digging? Are they digging for some, or are the aliens doing it? I think the
They've been
aliens
there
are
for
doing it
thousands of
because,
years. They've been
well,
there.
yeah, the aliens have been on the ground for thousands of years.
Well,
That's
look.
been why I think it's the aliens do it, because the aliens are feuding between their
Okay.
races
Have
too.
you ever wondered why?
The ones up in the ones that's in the universe and the ones that's on the ground. They are feuding between their different races. They got different they're not racist, but it's different kinds of them up there, and it's different kinds of them underground.
Okay.
And they are valiant warfare underground as well as up there between themselves as well. It's warfare going on everywhere
Okay, aliens are
between
included.
everybody.
Aliens are included in every part of our life. We know this. You know it. You've been visited, right? But
Yeah,
look,
I have.
Oh, okay,
Yeah.
okay.
okay, these tunnels. Have y'all ever wondered?
Tim was a little boy in the car. I guess he was visited, but he was asleep.
Yeah,
Okay,
I could not wait. I could not wake him up
yeah,
at
I was
all.
out of there. I was gone to sleep.
And so we really don't know whether or not we were taken up to the ship or not. But I was visited another time in my bedroom by an alien. So that's why I say I must have some alien friends looking out for me. I must have made a very good impression on them.
So, Jenny, what are the tunnels for?
okay, y'all have heard. I'm sure y'all have heard of the human trafficking thing we got going on.
Oh,
The
yeah,
issue.
Yeah.
that's true.
That's how they get away with it. They go underground,
Yeah.
and there you go. They're never seen again. But you see, back to just for a second, back to the 9/11 thing. The gold that was supposed to start in Jasar at that time was stolen. It was supposed to start on 9/11. Instead, they hazed the building to cover the theft of the gold. The gold went from there, New York City, because that was the World Trade Center, right? They had to have it all there. Okay. They moved it when they stole it. They moved it to where? Ukraine, where all the little bad people keep all their little monies and secrets. Okay.
You say
It's
gold?
code that it made it there in like 30 minutes through one
Are you
of those
saying gold?
tunnels. Tons of gold.
GOLD? Are you saying gold? GOLD?
Yes. Yes.
Oh, okay.
Okay. It
Well,
was moved to Ukraine. Everybody's talking about how Russia's attacking Ukraine. He's not. He is cleaning it up. And Ukraine is still a state of Russia. The border was not declared.
You know, the only place that I've actually heard about tunnels being used was when they broke out the big drug dealer Escobar.
Okay.
Me too.
They're all over the place. They're huge. I mean, you could put many cities in some of them. Okay, we're talking.
Oh yeah, we got the tunnels. We actually have the Secret Service space people that see after the aliens. They have big old facilities where they keep the aliens, like in the mountains in Colorado.
Area 51.
Okay, everybody thinks
No, not
single
yeah. one is one
Yes,
of
Those
them,
one.
are not
but
okay.
it's not the only
No,
one.
it's
Okay,
not.
It's
well,
not
back
the
to
only
the
one.
weather. Back to the weather part of it. Okay,
Uh-huh.
they're rescuing people out of these tunnels, mostly kids. I mean, that's where the kids are being trafficked, trafficking, body part trafficking, uh, experiments, the whole works. Everything's going on in these tunnels, and good people are rescuing people out of these tunnels. And once they're
Hmm.
done saving the people out of these tunnels, they are flooding them. Ergo, the floods in New York
Oh,
City.
so they can't traffic through there
So
anymore.
the tunnels are made useless. Okay,
Okay,
there is
so
video footage in D.C. where they was doing it under the
okay,
White House. There was one under the White House.
Teddy got
Okay.
something to
okay,
say.
hold on. Yeah, I always Jan, you have to slow your roll because I do have to get the comments of the fans in because the show is for them. I saw waves in the floods on video from Texas. I believe only underground water added to the rain and overrun rivers. Plus, the floods are being used to flush the weapons and supplies of citizens. Wow.
Interesting.
He says also the flooding is trying to erase evidence. Ah,
Yeah.
okay.
So
Interesting.
Well, all right.
so look, they got these like beams. They're shooting from satellites or missiles or some kind of thing that starts stuff like fires, like floods, like they control the weather. They're saying now, and I'm waiting on the documentation of it, that Katrina was a generated hurricane. And trust me, I'm one of those people that lived through it. It was not just
So,
simple hurricane.
so
That was
Jen,
a
let me
life.
ask you. Let me ask you a quick question. When is Armageddon gonna be?
Well, I do have a quote to that. A saying, a thought of that. Okay, because of the research I've done. Okay, what I've found in my research, and I'm a researcher. I've been down many rabbit holes. I believe that Armageddon is the end of the bad, sick people on this planet, so the good people can live happily and freely.
The sick people. You talking about me?
I'm
Hey,
talking about the
Sandra.
bad sick people, the ones sick up here that are doing bad
Mentally
Oh,
sick.
things
well,
to
don't
our
wait a
children,
minute.
that are doing bad
Oh,
things
wait
to
a
our
minute.
children.
Okay,
Who
say mental. Don't say sick. Cause
well,
now I'm chronically ill.
this is more than mental. I'm sorry. This is not mental.
Right.
This is sick. This is pure
Okay.
sickness.
So, do
Okay,
you have a time
Okay.
frame on that?
what they're doing on this on to people, to children mostly. Oh my God, it's a sick world out there that people are just, they've been dumbed down on it because some bad people screwed with the DNA of society.
Mm.
People are dumbed down on what's really going on. It's going on in front of their faces, and they're not listening. They're not seeing. They're not hearing. They're not doing anything about it because they're just taught to, oh well, look by. You know,
Well, the
and
people is a power. The people of the United States are powerless against our government because it has gotten too large.
people of the world are powerless to the people who own everything and want you to own nothing and be happy.
Well, that's true.
Okay.
I agree.
That's the world,
I
not
agree
just
with that.
here. That's the world. And everybody's waking up now. The truth is about to come out. Okay.
Well, my
It's all
third eye
about
been
the
open.
okay. Huh?
I
Yeah,
said my third eye's
we
been
also
open for years.
see. He says his third. I've been open. Well, also
Yeah,
some
my third eye's been open all
immigrants.
my life. Yeah.
Also, some immigrants from India
India,
came came over today. They I came through the gates today. That's
where
right.
they going?
Because a lot of people think, well, India is really a slum land. There's only one major city in India that
Okay,
that that is considered high class. It's like Jenny says, in every country,
Slum.
in every state, mostly every country, you got a part, probably like a 3%, 5% part of the country where the rich people
Yeah,
live,
yeah,
and but the rest of it, is slum or poor
yeah.
people.
Poverty.
Because I say this, there's no more such thing as a middle class to me. It's just not. You either rich or you poor.
I can agree with that.
Well,
That's what I'm
yeah,
saying. You know.
when the new money system starts over, it's going to be a level playing field. There won't be no rich. There won't be no poor. There'll be people surviving without the struggle.
Well, I sure would like to know how that's gonna work
Because
because
they're going back to gold.
the government, it's always been some cheaters. I'm not gonna point a finger at the government and nobody specifically,
Yeah.
but it's always
Why
been
not?
cheaters.
Why not?
The-
The
It's
90%
always been cheaters because all cheaters are not in government. That's why.
of them in government are.
But not 90% of the people are not in government.
I said
Now that's just wrong,
90% of
Jenny.
the government are cheaters. Also,
Well, yeah, but what about the other people that's not in government? You got cheaters out there
yeah, we
too.
do.
You got
But
the
they're
cartel
allowed.
cheating.
They're
You
allowed to
got
get
the
away with it.
cartel cheating. Wait a minute. You got the cartel cheating. You got the mob cheating. You got the gangs in every city in the United States cheating.
Yep.
So it's not just the government cheating. So that's why I say whatever you're talking about
Well, when
is not gonna work
when you talking
because it's
about
gonna always be cheaters out there.
when you talk about a cheating government, then the cheaters below it get.
It's not just the government, though, Jenny.
I'm not saying
Now
it
you
is.
gotta open up.
I'm not saying it
Open
is.
up.
But when you have
You said everybody gonna be on an equal living field, and when the money
financially,
change, new system,
financially,
that's not gonna happen.
yes, it will.
There's no way possible. They
You,
can
I
happen.
have faith
No,
that
it's
it
not.
will, and all signs are
I
telling me
don't
that
have
it
any
will.
faith in it because of cheaters. I don't have any faith in it because of cheaters. Hey, Ernestine,
You're not
Ernestine came on
letting me finish the
in.
comment. You're not letting me
I
finish.
understand.
No, I don't. Yeah, because I mean that's just not logical. People have been cheating all over the world
Look,
ever since it's been a world.
Beginning of time, yeah.
of course, that's human nature, and some sort.
Of course.
Okay, but what I'm talking about is 90% of the government are cheaters, and because of that,
But you just
will
specifically
you not
talking
let me
about the government.
finish? Let
Okay,
me
I'm a
finish my
hush.
statement before you jump in.
Okay,
Then you can
I'm
drag
a
me
hush.
out all
Okay,
you want. Okay, here we
okay, I'm
go.
a hush.
90% of the government is a cheater, bad person. Okay, that includes the law. Okay, if the law wouldn't allow it to get away with, we wouldn't have so many people that are doing it. But because the law and the government are rotten, so is the society under it because they're not being made to pay for it. Okay, and now, oh, you can go to jail, you can go to prison. Do you know the freaking drug problem in jail is worse than it is out on the street? Why is that? Because it's allowed in there. Because somebody
yeah.
up high
Well,
said somebody
the
down
thing about
below could
this, Jenny,
allow it in there.
Yeah,
I know
okay,
people
I
in
just
prison.
listen.
I know
Okay, wait
people
a
in
minute.
prison. I know people in jail.
I've worked
They
in
like
jail.
Okay,
being
Jenny.
there because they can
Okay,
get all the drugs they want that they can't get out here.
wait a minute, Jenny. You jumping all over the dead gum clock. You started out with cheating government, then you switched over to drugs. We can only do one topic
Well,
at a
it's
time.
all
You
combined.
told me, let you finish your explanation about the cheating government.
It's all
Now,
combined.
you did that, but see, you moved on into something else because you didn't give me a chance to respond.
Because
You said after I finished my statement,
well, that was
then
part of
you
it.
can speak.
That's all part of it because it's
But
all
yeah, you're gonna
combined.
mix up three different things in one
Because
sentence.
it's all
That
done this
doesn't
way.
make sense.
It's all combined. It all relates to each. It's all freaking stack of cards. When one of them comes down, they all gonna come down if it comes down from the top. It's all related. It
Well, so
all
let's
works
get
with
back
each
to this.
other.
Let's get back to this new money
Okay.
system. That's what I'm
All
trying to
right.
stay on.
It's called Nassar
One
Desai.
thing at a time, please. You giving me a doggone combination
I
salad
wrote it for you.
when all I'm asking for is some lettuce.
Anybody? Okay. Anybody can go.
Digital.
Anybody can go online and go to the quantum financial system. The people's money will be on the stellar network, which is called the blockchain. Okay. It's all the money is going to go to this blockchain called the Stellar Network, and it's under a website called the Quantum Financial System. Go check it out. It's there.
Okay.
It's there.
I don't think the Rockefellers. I don't think the Rockefellers and the other families are going to allow that to happen.
They're gone.
What you said is
they're gone.
That's
what I was telling about earlier.
Wait a minute.
Queen Elizabeth.
I'm trying to write something down. The quantum financial system.
I'm gonna type it in the comments.
Okay. Thank you. Okay. So Doug said, Teddy Rooster, the king of rock and roll, says digital currency can be implemented for welfare recipients and release ex-cons to be used as a reward system for cooperation. And then
that's interesting.
He also says, Tim, we are laughing.
He said, why am I laughing?
And then, why are you laughing? Yeah. He also says that this is a capitalistic system. You can't replace it all at once with a digital economic bomb of socialism.
That's true.
So I think he's saying the same thing that I'm saying, Jenny, that you can't replace the money system all at once.
You know, of course not. People's got to exchange their money. Okay, at some point there's going to be a deadline to exchanging the money. Okay, people that get their benefits.
What do you mean exchange the money?
For gold-backed money, they're going to be notes instead of dollars.
Nope.
They're going to be what?
Notes. They're going back to notes instead of dollars.
Oh, like back in Confederate notes.
Because back then it was precious metal backed. Now it's backed by nothing. Air don't even cover it. Okay, so now when the new system starts,
well, yeah, a dollar in the United States is only worth 10 cents.
It ain't even worth that now. Not even that now. Seriously, it's gone bankrupt. But it's going to go back to a precious metals backed system. Okay. Okay. And I put the name of it, Quantum Financial System, on the feed.
And that's going to be for the whole world.
That's
just the United States.
This is going to be for the whole world. They've been working on setting it up for a long, long time now. And actually, here's a little tidbit of information. Bill Clinton, when he was in office, he signed the paperwork that put it in act.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
I have the date and the name of the bill he signed somewhere in my paperwork here. But yeah, he signed it back then. Okay. Also, I'm
certainly gonna check that out.
Being taxed.
I'm gonna Google it. I'm gonna to read it tonight. I promise you, I will.
Yeah, it's there. It's all there.
So
Tim, come back next Thursday and say, "Oh, Jenny, wow."
I will. I'll report back to you. I will. Because I love constructive criticism, because I always say I don't know everything, and I don't want to know everything, because if I knew everything, my head would explode. I can't have that many people talking in my head. I don't even want that many people talking in my head. You know what I'm saying?
Jenny, you're talking about the quantum financial system. Is that right?
Yes.
Here's the thing about that, and this is just my opinion. I think something of that magnitude would probably start out like Bitcoin and would end up like Bitcoin. And it ended with the guy that started it. He took everything with him. He died. Nobody could get the Bitcoin, and it dropped. Sunk like a chip.
Okay.
Yeah, it sure is. It ain't worth nothing. It's only 130. I was looking at stock market yesterday. You are right, Tim. Bitcoin has dropped down to below 30%.
Well,
right.
When y'all see the stock market crash, that's why, because the new system's starting. The stock market will crash for that to start. Okay.
So what are we supposed to do while it's crashing?
Everything will stop.
Did you figure that out? What are we supposed to do while it's crashing?
That's what the warnings are about. Get prepared. Be home for 10 days.
Well, I mean, if your money not gonna be any good, how you gonna prepare?
Honey, your money's still good right now. You have to.
But I mean, you said
prepare. Invest wisely. You know, a lot of people online
Wait,
are
wait,
talking.
wait, wait, wait. You got me confused. Okay,
Okay.
you said all of a sudden they finna shut off my dollar bills, my $5 bills, my $20 bills, and so I get my deposit to my bank account. I don't get that money in my hand.
Well, it will be changed.
So you're telling me, so when I have a deposit made into my checking account, what is it gonna be?
It's going to be if you get cash, it'll be the new cash.
What? And
It's
it
all going to
looks
shift
like
at the
notes.
bank. It's going to be at the bank.
Well, I don't get
It's
cash.
at the bank. Okay, well, you don't have to worry about that.
How much is it gonna be worth?
Well, they're still working on that. They just revalued the dinar and all this other foreign money. I don't even know what it's called, but there's all kinds of other money all over the world. Russia's already running on this. Okay, y'all have heard about Russia
Well, the
demanding
thing of it is,
demanding go back money, right? Okay, that's it. That's the same thing. We're going to be doing the same thing.
The thing about it is money in different countries had different values.
Yeah.
Like in Canada, we have to pay more for.
When this is taken care
we have to pay more in. Let me finish, please. We have to pay more of a Canadian or a UK. Let me just use the UK pound. A UK pound compared to a dollar is almost 20 cents more than a dollar value here. So I'm trying to figure out how in the heck, if we're gonna have notes and they're gonna have notes, they're still gonna want their note to be more valuable than our note.
Well, that's where it all levels out, because when this is all said and done, $5 bill here is going to be $5, just like it's going to be $5 in Africa, the Ukraine, Russia, everywhere. The $5 is still going to be valued at $5 because it's backed by $5 worth of gold. There won't be any difference in the value of it like that.
Girl, have you ever seen $5 worth of gold? That ain't big as
I
an
use that as
shop
an
of a
example.
cigarette.
I know about the size of a freaking BB, right? I'm sorry, I know. I use it as example. Okay, $5
I know you
value
were.
here will be the same
I
value
knew
there.
you were. I knew you were. I was just teasing,
I
getting some
know.
fun in the show.
You gotta jab me. I know you.
Okay. Teddy Rooster says only full-blown calamity or disaster to stop normal commerce can bring in a FEMA system for survival and control.
Well, that's where
we
the
can't survive
national
on FEMA. We've already experienced how FEMA
You've been waiting on FEMA. People that don't talk about me about no FEMA, because you be waiting on FEMA. You'll die. You'll die waiting on FEMA.
Okay.
Yeah, Louisiana was a prime example.
Look,
Katrina was a prime example, and not only that, Michigan, when they had the water issue there,
Flint, Michigan.
it's a whole state. Those people just got their money too, their paycheck from their lawsuit.
Yeah, that was a long story.
But yeah, they look how long they waited on FEMA. Never did get help.
FEMA's not going to be involved in this unless it's restructured. Okay. Which our government will be restructured. You know, there's several countries already. They went to bed one night and 2 days. They went to bed one night with one government, knowing the people there, and woke up, spent a day, went to bed, woke up, spent a day. By the time they woke up the third day, everything was changed. The structure and the people in their government's gone. It's changed. That's happening everywhere, and it's happening here.
Ted Russell says because FEMA on a dollar system of red tape. That's true.
Yeah,
I agree with you there.
Well,
so Jenny,
I'm not going to
you have really went back and forth.
I'm not going to get into my
story save it
tonight until next time. Maybe I'll have a different resolution, because right now it's still up in the air. I think you'll have
a different resolution.
I will end with something.
I think you'll have a different resolution.
I pray I do.
And I think that's a good idea.
Okay. So what I will end with is the executive orders that Donald J. Trump signed while he was still in office, which will create what's happening now and in the near future. And this is proof that he is commander-in-chief and still our president. Okay?
Sign what?
Executive orders. Okay?
When?
There's 4 of them that he signed that proves everything that my people on my talk page have been trying to tell everybody the truth. Not mainstream media. They're lying. And these executive orders are proof of a lot of it.
Well, wait a minute, Jenny. Okay, you got some executive orders, but you're not telling me when they were signed and who they were signed by.
The first one is Executive Order 13848. And it was signed on September 12th, 2018. It was concerning the election that happened in 2020, 11/3/2020.
What does the executive order say?
Earlier. I don't know exact words. That's why I said I'm going to give you the numbers. And the first one was on
we can look it
September the 12th, 2018, executive number 13848. Then there was another one. There's 4 of them. The last one that I have was number 13919. And it was when the active reserve components of the military were activated, which means the National Guard. And I know from seeing them running around here, we have a base right down the road here. They are in action. They've been in action for a while now. Okay. They were activated for activated March 3rd of 21. Every state.
So are they activated or deactivated?
They are activated, and they will not be deactivated until things are settled down from the change that I've been telling everybody to get prepared for.
So you're saying that they were deactivated before this executive order?
Well, they were doing their course. They were doing their normal business. I'm talking about activated by the commander-in-chief, which was Donald J. Trump.
Teddy Rooster says, yes, Trump may get reinstated because many states change voting practices without legislative support.
Okay.
I agree with you there.
Here you go.
But what I don't agree with is that, but yeah, he signed those when he was president.
Yeah. And they are still
you just told me the dates, but he's not signing in the executive orders now.
Still in act. And he's still commander.
Well, they always, every president's executive orders be enacted. They stay enacted.
Not the president.
Obama signed executive orders that are still in action today. Bush signed executive orders that are still in action today, but they're not president still.
Unless they were terminated by the future president.
That's the way the system works.
But they can't stay inactive if another president deems them unnecessary.
Yes, they can. Yes, they do. Yes, they do. It takes legislative Congress. Congress has to cancel out those executive orders once they are signed.
We had a deep state Congress. A lot of them weren't, but.
Jenny, you gotta look up how the political system works.
Look, I'm going to show you where to find this. The guy's explaining it. It's a Marine. Okay, that should give you some.
But he's not he's may be a Marine. Doggone, my son is a Navy retiree. That don't mean that he knows how the political system works.
Go up and look.
But Tim, am I right?
Look.
Jenny, you can't just take the word.
Hey.
Exit.
Look. I'm not saying everybody's good. I'm not saying everybody's.
All I'm saying is this, Jenny. You can go and look up and Google these things, how the legislative process works, how the House of Representative process works, how the Senate process works. Because just saying that stuff from anybody can get up and say anything. But unless you know and read and understand all of those section A's and ABT and title this and title that and executive this and that, and how they go in place and fall into the legislative process, then can't nobody give no speech on that. I don't care who it is, because I've been studying philosophy and politics for too long.
Okay, you go listen to this guy and tell me 1992. Go listen to this.
Ever since 1992.
Go listen to this guy and tell me where he's wrong, please. That'll be on the next show too. This guy's named Derek Johnson, Derek. He's
And
on.
where is this? What is he on? YouTube or
He's on
something?
Yeah,
Facebook.
and what party is he getting his information from? Because I'm sure
There
he
you
belongs
go.
to a party. You know what I
He,
mean?
he,
Yeah.
I'm not sure. I didn't. I've
Wow.
listened to him. I listened to one of his 3-hour videos, and oh my
Yeah.
Lord, but he put
Oh,
out so much
I'm not finna spend no
information.
3 hours.
He's a
I'm not spend no 3 hours listening to him. And he ain't got no titles behind
yeah.
his
He
name
was
or in
also
front of his
he
name.
was also on Scott McKay, Patriot Street Fighter. He had some segments on there, and he has one tonight, I think, live, where he'll be on Patriot Street Fighter, which is Scott McKay.
So you're not objective at all, are you?
Yes, I'm very objective. I just know the truth when I see it.
But you always talk one side.
No, because I know the truth when I see it. You're getting your information from Google. Do you know
Well,
that's the most corrupt search engine on the planet? That's why I go to DuckDuckGo.
I don't get my information, all of my information from Google. I'm talking about what I've learned in college about the
Well, I've learned a
legislative
lot of stuff
system.
in school
And that
too.
was before Google even existed.
I've
I'm
learned
telling
a lot
you
of stuff in
that
school too.
that's where you can go
But you
and
know,
find it if you don't know.
school is the one that lied to y'all about the slavery trade. So what you gonna say?
They didn't lie to me because I already knew about the slavery trade.
They didn't lie to me either.
Textbook for lies. The
I didn't-
Who
textbook
did they lie
for
to?
lies about all of it.
Oh,
Our
Teddy Roosevelt
children
said
learned it.
that
We learned it. The only reason I knew the truth is because what my granddaddy taught
Now,
me on the ranch in
he,
Oklahoma.
look what Teddy said. Now he said a mouthful right there.
What is
That's
that?
right. That's a
They
mouthful.
I
live
can't
in
think of the things in there.
military personnel live in the rabbit hole. Dude, I have
They
to
do.
catch myself
That's
sometimes
right.
because here's the thing: there's no concrete evidence to back up what these people are saying, and I'm just speaking from my
That's right.
opinion of what I have experienced. Now I
Well,
you can go down a
Yeah.
rabbit hole and be in there 8-10 hours. You
there
know what I
is
mean? But there's
Mhm.
nothing solid to stand on, and that's just my opinion.
Let him talk. Let him talk,
Yeah,
Jenny,
so
because you
I
have
mean
talked
that's
a
just
lot.
my opinion with that. But he definitely hit the nail on the head with the military personnel live in a rabbit hole. So I understand to a certain extent, but I
Yeah.
also have to pull myself back because it can be detrimental to your state of mind. And that's just my opinion.
Well, yeah.
Yeah,
And there's a lot of stuff I
I
found were
agree.
lies, but there's a lot of stuff I found were true, and I'm like, oh my God, right? And that's what the
Mhm.
world's going to be like here very soon because mainstream media has a deadline to start telling the truth, and if they don't, they're going to be off the air. Every one of them. They
Now
have a
that's in
deadline
this
now.
Well,
lifetime. That's going on in this lifetime.
This month,
6 months,
this month, September.
September.
According to the information I have, they have a deadline this month.
Well, one thing about it, we will know on October the
Sure will.
1st. And we
Yes,
gonna
we
end,
will.
we gonna end.
Yes, we
We gonna
will.
end on that note right
But
there.
look,
We gonna end on that note right there. No more, Jenny. We gonna end on that note right there. We closing it.
Yes.
Tim, your closing
All right.
remarks.
Great, great commentary. Good information. Good interaction. We make politics fun. So I'm just waiting on the next go
Yeah.
round. And with that, I'd like to wish everybody love, peace, and happiness. And let's be safe out there.
Yeah, we had a big bunch of people. Let's see what Dr. Edward says.
Okay.
And we can end it with her comment. She says, at the end of the day, they did not win the Civil War then, and they certainly would not win now. Trump, who never should have been president, is going to get these fools killed by pushing their antiquated and racist ideology. Systematic racism is still alive. Systematic racism has always been there. That's what I'm saying, ever since 1776. So, Dr. Atwater, I agree with you about the systematic racism. Yeah, but we're going to end it. and we can maybe pick up
Okay.
and start the show with her topic
I would
because
love to, because
it will be
Trump was
there.
not racist and is not racist. It never was racist. So that's propaganda that's been flushed down everybody's throat.
No, Jen,
You
what did
know.
I say?
Okay.
I said we're not
All
going
right.
into
Well,
another
I had to
topic.
say that because I am a Trumper, but I am also a freedom fighter. That's where I
Well,
go.
there's nothing wrong with
Okay.
being a Trumper.
But anyway, yeah,
That's the
Audrey,
reason
let's
why
close with that.
that's why I'm not one-sided in my politics.
I'm not either.
I accept Trumpers. I accept woke people. I accept everybody. I accept Democrats. I accept independents. I accept everybody. And I want to listen to what everybody says because that's what politics is. That's what human nature is. Everybody has their opinion, and once
Yeah.
people's opinion get in set on them and they set with their opinion, I understand that they're not gonna change. But you still sometimes can learn something from a dummy. Okay.
Oh,
Yeah,
I always
yeah.
have an open mind.
At the end of the day, we can always agree to disagree.
Oh yeah.
That's
Yeah.
right.
And have an open
That's
mind.
right.
I mean, really, I have an open mind. I just learned a lot from all the rabbit holes I've been down, and I've been down a lot of them.
Yeah.
I don't.
Well, it's okay if you keep your
I
opinion
do
because we
research.
don't want you
You
to
know.
be. I don't want nobody to be brainwashed. I don't want nobody to be brainwashed on the Democratic side.
Oh,
I don't want anybody to be brainwashed on the Republican side. Simply because
I'm
free
a
thought is a philosophy and it's not a policy. So people cannot put what I think as Republican or Democrat.
I'm an independent.
Because I'm gonna think on both sides sometimes. That's just the way I am.
That's why I'm
Because
independent.
I think it's I think it's a good thing. And I told y'all last week, it's a good strategy that Scorpio did when he did the student loan
yeah.
relief.
It was a good tactic.
Hold on. And I just gave that as an example
Okay.
so that I can show you that I'm both. I agree with what's right on both sides when somebody does it right.
Yeah.
Because see, nobody wants to listen to a one-sided show. If you got a one-sided show, you're not gonna have but the one-sided people that's on your side coming to your show.
Right.
So Pearl's Politics has always been a fair show. I've had Democrats as guests on my show. I've had Republicans as guests on my shows. And I want to keep it that way. This Pearl's Politics would never become a one-sided show. And for as my particular personal voting status, I don't ever tell anybody because to tell you the truth, I don't ever know how I'm going to vote. It always depends on what I decide and when it's time for me to go to the polls. Okay. And I think that everybody should, not everybody, a lot of people want to make their votes known because they're proud. But as for me, all I can do is speak for me. I started this show being a fair show to be open to both sides, and it will stay that way, always. Okay, then.
All right.
So I'm going to close with that, and we thank our audience for your wonderful engagement.
Yeah, thank you guys.
Paul from Canada. I think Paul from Canada went to bed. Mary from Michigan. Did you go to bed on us? Teddy Rooster. Teddy Rooster has been active very well, and we thank our special new viewer tonight, Dr. Edwater, and Mary was there. From Ernestine from Michigan was also
She
there.
was.
So we missed Amy from Canada tonight. So, but we'll see. We'll see how many views come in because a lot of folks will play it back because they're watching their favorite TV shows.
Yeah, they'll play it back.
Yeah, they'll play it back. So we'll check out Friday or Saturday to see what the stats are.
All right.
But so far, People have been loving this
That's
show
good.
very lately, and I think it's because Jenny has so much fire.
I can't even hear you now. My microphone turned off.
Oh, okay. Well, all right. She's
Did you hear me? Just nod your head. Okay, well, I'm going to say good
yes.
night because my microphone went off. I can't hear you. But y'all have peace, love, and
Okay.
happiness. Peace out. Love y'all. See you
Peace
next
out.
week.
Love you
All
too.
right.
And that's to everybody from all
From
of
all
us.
of
Good
us.
night, everybody. We love you.
The
Yeah.
opinions expressed on this program is not necessarily those of the Emily Pearl Show, its sister stations, its affiliates, or its sponsors, but it is those of the individuals themselves who express it. While the Emily Pearl Show does take stances on individual issues, the show itself remains an entertainment platform. Free thought is a philosophy and not a policy.